we get into the video and talk about Danger Room, I gotta say, James Gunn, I want the money. You copied my likeness. I'll settle for $10 million. All right, we're going to go over to Danger Room. Looks pretty interesting. We got a post and a video about that. Also, there's a promo code, Community Intel Drop. Very important to do this in all capital letters. Also, we're going to talk about the availability of Intel or rather the scarcity of Intel. Also, if you're thinking about playing Raid Shadow Legends, or if you want to restart an account of Raid Shadow Legends, probably one of the best times to do it ever. Desert Queen is a new promo code for one of the best legendaries I've seen them do. I did a video about it. If you use the link in the description, you will get Corrado the Fox Hunter upon download, and then also Ugo at level 15 and Tagore at level 30. 2 epics and then 2 legendaries, and then very, very important, in the first 24 hours of playing Raid Shadow Legends, use the promo code Desert Queen. Like I said, one of the best legendaries I've seen them ever give away here in Raid Shadow Legends. And then I got a channel dedicated Raid Shadow Legends. What is that? Anyways, let's get into Danger Room and Marvel Strike Force. There's a whole strike spot on it, and then also a post. Now, I have play tested Danger Room twice. There's some things that are interesting about this before I read the post. Is they're pushing this out to the community quickly to avoid some of the problems that were associated with Battle World. And then in the strike post, whatever they call it, the strike room, strike spot, they said that it's not going to be a beta, and we'll see. I play tested it twice, and there were significant visual bugs in both. The first one was a pre-build, but then I played it last week. I like the game mode. Once a month, cosmetics, maybe no rewards. I don't know how much support the community is going to have for a game mode like this, unless there's some rewards attached. I hope they choose to put some rewards to that, because I know a large segment of the community is only going to be willing to do this if there's good rewards. We'll see. Fun game mode, though. I've had a blast playing it. Danger Room. Strike commanders thrive on making critical choices in battle to ensure your roster is ready for anything. Professor Xavier has teamed up with a strike to create ultimate testing ground, the Danger Room. Thrilling roguelike game mode activates multiple times per chapter, approximately once per month, allowing you to push your limits, try out the newest characters, and earn fantastic rewards. Each one is unique, packed with exciting decisions and replayability. And they said that it's probably going to be focused on the 2 latest teams. So it'll be your roster, and that, I think, is going to be the catch, is how much you have put into the new teams and the new characters. Will probably make roguelike a little bit easier to use, but they also have this rental thing where you can get some tokens, and if you don't have the characters unlocked, you can get access to them that way. Interesting. Fight for survival and glory. In Danger Room, you'll tackle a series of missions aimed to defeat the final boss on the highest difficulty possible. Every run offers a unique enemy combinations, powerful boosts, and critical strategic choices. Your objective is clear: defeat enemies swiftly, make smart decisions, and defeat the final boss. And a lot of it's going to be like procedurally generated, not AI generated, but it's going to be randomized in a lot of ways. So every run for every player is going to be a little bit different, and it's going to require picking the right characters, picking the right boosts, making the right turns, whether you go to the hard mode or the easy. There's going to be like these elite nodes rather. Anyways, let's see how much they talk about in this post. I watched the video, but I have not read the post. Select your difficulties and mods. Choose from 10 difficulty levels, with higher levels resulting in tougher enemies, but also more points and rewards. We'll see what that is. They only mention cosmetics in the video. Earn danger tokens during your runs and exchange them for powerful combat modifiers, combat mods at the beginning of a run. So like some of them are like gain 10% speed, so on, things like that, or give vigilantes some sort of buff. They said they're going to iterate it, so I don't think any of that's like 100% set in stone, which can aid you without affecting your final score. Collect and spend these tokens wisely as they carry over between runs, but not between Danger Room events and appearances. Completing more runs will result in earning more danger tokens that we can use, acquire more mods to help increase your score. So I believe that you're going to get more modifiers as it goes along. So maybe it'll get easier or you get more points, right? Some of your Danger Room squad. Start your run by selecting 2 powerful characters from your own roster. And that's why you're probably going to have to pick synergies, like maybe you want to go down the Vigilante route and then you're going to pick Sable and Daredevil. Something like that, right? You're going to want to think carefully about what you do. Each Danger Room event will have a limited number of character options, so you'll need to think carefully about your choices. Need reinforcements? You can rent pre-powered, rent pre-owned characters using rental tokens. It's just a strange idea to me. Once selected, your characters stay with you for the entire run, so choose carefully. Node types explained. During each run, you'll face different types of mission nodes. Standard combat, defeat enemies during a run, score points, combat tokens, and a selection of combat mods to choose from. Elite combat, which is going to be harder, right? Harder than the standard combat. Heal nodes, which is self-explanatory. Shop nodes, spend combat tones to recruit characters or add additional combat mods. So this is going to be similar to what is at the start of the match. Combat tokens reset to 0 to start a new run, so spend them if you need reinforcements. And then care packages. Select from 3 combat modifiers or choose additional characters from your squad and rent characters. Watch out for rare and powerful combat mods to enhance your squad. So I'm sure there's going to be like a tier list of what combat mods and what, you know, which there's going to be some hierarchy of what mods are going to be the most favorable and the most impactful. And that'll largely determine the success because it's somewhat random. Defeat the final boss for rewards. After battling through all the nodes, a formidable boss awaits. Defeat the boss to claim total victory and your final run score. You'll need to defeat the final boss of a difficulty to earn enough points to hit a milestone and grab its rewards. During each Danger Room appearance, you can climb a limited time leaderboard to earn slick player frames and progress towards a global milestone. So this is going to be cosmetic. Like I said, I don't know how interesting that's going to be if there's no intel. I really hope they do intel, right? That makes the most sense to me. There's already a shortfall of intel, which we're going to talk about here in a minute. Every Danger Room run is a new adventure, testing your strategies and skill. Make sure you're ready when the doors open on May 22nd at 2 o'clock. And there's going to be a preview on the 20th on Twitch with the developers on the official Marvel Strike Force Twitch. There was a lot of things in the video that were not in that post. So the video is 16 minutes long. Big Spartan put together a summary, which I'm just going to read real quick. Enemies are procedurally generated, randomly chosen from a predetermined list of player-created defense teams. So it's similar to the way like Blitz is, but these are going to be generated off, let's say, Crucible defense teams or War defense team. And then they are not going to make them super difficult at first. They're going to put like the harder ones towards the end, you know, one where it's like Mephisto, Super Scroll Annihilators. That was the example they used. That's going to be procedurally based. So it's going to be different for every player every time you play. The map will also be procedurally generated. So it's going to be different for every player every time you play. Raid like map with a final boss. If the decisions you make along the way don't allow you to beat the final boss, you can restart and you can choose a different path and different characters and different boosts. Multiple difficulties. There will be the option of flight elite combat mods, which just can be harder and have better rewards. Earn combat tokens. So you can earn shop nodes, recruit more characters to your squad from your roster, renting a character at a certain power level. And then he also mentioned, when I don't know if he's got it here, is that they've really designed this to be accessible and potentially fun for players across the whole spectrum of free to play, new, old, big spenders. It should appeal to a wide, and it's going to be PvE content that is repeatable. Like it should be something that is replayable. It's not like a one and done thing like a Dark Dimension. Earn combat tokens, which you can use in shop nodes to recruit more characters. Fine. Characters rented on one run will be lost on the next run. Players will get 5 rental tokens per day, not per run. Shop nodes will have combat mods as an option, give you an advantage instead of adding another character. care package nodes will let you add a character or a combat mod without the use of combat tokens. Be randomized. There'll be healing stations, give you healing currency for free. Also get more by using combat tokens. Damage done to allies and enemies. Cooldowns are persistent from one node to the next. So that's going to be like Dark Dimension, where, or even raids. You kind of have to manage your cooldowns on your characters, and then you're going to want to have probably a healer in your team, or else that's going to be a problem. Should be 30 minutes per day, and that's where I was talking about. I think there's going to be some sort of rewards attached to it, or else people are not going to be too thrilled with, you know, putting 30 minutes into something without something. About at least training materials, let's say. We'll have milestones that can be claimed after defeating the final boss. The amount of milestones driven by difficulty and leaderboards. Accessible to all players. Planned to appear monthly, featuring at least the 2 newest teams released, and this is on the 22nd. So that's Danger Room. Now, I've played it, and I like it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I think it's a step in the right direction. I think that implementation of this game mode is where it's going to be at. We'll see. This is not a new style of game mode. A lot of games have this. We'll see. We'll see. I do think rewards are going to be a part of it for it to be interesting to the community. I hope it's fun myself. I'm not as motivated by rewards. I am as fun, but I'm not like everyone. Songbird. I'm going to do Raider. On the team, I found Ghost and Victoria Hand as striker. The rest of the team is probably Raider, is the way I tested it and felt the best. But of course, there's always going to be changes. Battle World. I thought this, and I was kind of happy to see someone write this. Battle World attacks make no sense. You have 3 attacks in Battle World. Why doesn't progress? Doesn't carry over in between attacks? Yeah, I don't even understand why this even matters. You just back out. Why would you lose a team and lose an attack? Realistically, you spend your first attack trying to clear the node with your best possible team. Exactly. If you fail, not only can you use your characters anymore, but all enemy damage resets. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense to me. In fact, the only time I've ever had a problem is like I didn't back out in time. So like today, I had to use Sinister Six with Mysterio, Vulture, Doc Ock, Green Goblin, and I don't remember who the other one is, Lizard. But I gone through it with a different team and it didn't work out, and so I backed out, right? Anyways, Stupid Me actually played Battle World today when it launched. I don't know, there would be a milestone attached to it. 3 hours later, nobody knew. They need to have these things reset when Battle World starts. And this is in the command center, which the rewards there are pretty fun. Intel. You gotta get it, but good luck. I don't understand. We're supposed to gather, but it looks like needles in a haystack. Is there supposed to be engaging play? What's going on? Does anybody understand? I think this could potentially be a problem, but we don't have the full picture yet. Today, at the time of recording this video, it's the 14th, and there are some other sources of intel, and the amounts are not known to us, but we will see how this all plays out. Also, on a different note, the conversion's happening on the 22nd, and my suggestion stands that there is going to be the removal of the Crimson Raid Orb. Well, rather, that's not actually true. The ability to use Elite Raid credits. If you have any excess Elite Raid credits, my suggestion is to go and open Crimson Gear Raid Orbs. If you have an excess of arena currency, my suggestion is to purchase L4 training modules and L3 training modules. The L4 training modules is going away. And then as this approaches the currency conversion, which is on the 22nd, let's say on the 20th, today's the 14th, I'm going to be spending the rest that I have in arena orbs to get the training modules as well. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Bye for now.